talk about something that is undeniable and factual. I have a lot of people tell me, I need IBIS in body image stabilization, aka the dancing sensor. There's a sensor, it's dancing for image stabilization. I had a lot of people tell me, but, I need IBIS. I'm going to remind you of something really important that you cannot deny. There is not a single, you see all those professional football games, basketball games, hockey, there is not a single action photographer on Earth. Turn my computer on. There's not a single action photographer on Earth that has said these words, I need IBIS. You see, because it doesn't exist in their Canon or their Nikon, which comprises, I might remind you, well over 99.5+% of all sports action photographers. You know all those guys with the 300mm 2.8 lenses, the 400mm f4s, the 600mm f4s, sitting on a monopod attached to their Canon or their Nikon. None of those guys has ever said, but, I need IBIS. You know why? Because they have skills, and secondly, because they don't need it. So for all those people that have told me, but I said Fuji doesn't have IBIS, and I say, but, I need IBIS. You're delusional. You're delusional. Delusional. You're delusional. There's this neat little word called skills that comes into play. None of those people, now, many of them will tell you they need their VR. However, countless tens of thousands of photographers long before VR came along got by without VR because they had something called skills. And then when VR came along, they happily adopted it. But there still aren't any sports shooters on the sidelines of the basketball. There's actually technically one or two, but they're corporate puppets. It's like, take this mirrorless camera out there and prove that mirrorless is a contender for sports photography, which it's not. Doesn't have the glass, doesn't have the performance specifications. Might it in the future? Sure, obviously, let's be open-minded about that fact, but yeah, there's no action sports photographer out there that has repeated these words that I've heard so often. Those words are, but, I need IBIS. There's not a single one of them. Not one. None. Zip, zilch, zero, nothing, nada. All those guys are rocking Canon and Nikon, some big honking glass. They may or may not be using VR. They're usually sitting on the end of a monopod on the sidelines of professional sports, action, hockey, basketball, football, some guy dribbling, playing with their balls, some sort of ball fondling action photography event. None of them have said, I need IBIS. Do you understand that fact? Have I made myself perfectly clear to the point of absolute, undeniable clarity? Yeah, my eyes are rolling around in my skull. This video is irrefutable and it's undeniable. You can either accept it or you could stick your head back in the sand and crawl back to where you came from, along with your IBIS. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and drop me a buck or two, you tell me to jump off a cliff. I don't care either way. I don't tell anybody to like. I don't tell anybody to subscribe, nor do I even ask anybody to subscribe. I don't work that way. I'm not a shill. I'm not a puppet for anybody. Okay? I am far, far less interested in making, petting people's fur the right way. You pet the kitty's fur the right way, You can't rub the kitty the wrong way. Than being accurate, factual, logical, and making intelligent statements that are factual. There you go. You and your oh-so-necessary IBIS, which no sports action photographer is using nor needs. Capiche? Comprende? Huh? Ты понимаешь, as the Russians would say. Ясно? Yes, Russians would say, ясно, как смертный грех, мой друг. Точно ты говоришь. Точно сказал человек. Все в порядке? Точно? Договорились? Давай. Увидимся. Пока. До свидания.